Navy Old Salt Gamer, back on Vulcan. I did make some changes in here. I took everything out of here. I have to do some cleaning up yet. Got to put this someplace. I don't like it there. I don't know where exactly I'm going to put it, but I think this is going to be at least my starter greenhouse area, because I'm down to 3.5 cans. So I really got to start thinking about at least potatoes and some other things. I got this running. Most efficient I can see to get the temperature down is about 35.8. And that is because that's as much pressure as this bottom pipe can take. I got this set to release it at 39.5, because if I don't, this just sits here and groans. And I know I can go higher than that, but the noise is just, too much. So 35.8 is acceptable. I had to, with this in here, I guess this is creating or releasing some heat, even though I got insulated pipe everywhere. It is releasing some heat. So I did have to double up my ACs. So this is my AC corner. I was wondering if I could poke them into the same pipe, and it looks like I can. It's staying cool. I put a little bit bigger of a heat exchange system up the top, radiator system. So that's working really well. It was 40 something in here. As you see, it's already 34, and this is the first day that or night, I should say, that it's run. So it is going to cool it down to around 30. So this is working good. This is okay. I mean, I don't know. This is pretty good for the power it uses. I did try to set some radiators here to maybe use these to cool the air in here, but I took them off because 35.8 is just a little too warm. And as you can see, I get spotty evaporation up here now. And right now it's not doing anything. So this seems to be the temperature that I can get it down to. I could double it up and get it a lot lower. And maybe in the future I will, but I'm happy with 35.8 when the incoming gas is 451. So that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. I have, I guess I could start releasing it. I put a valve here so I can release air, because the one-way valve was slowly releasing stuff into here to equalize the pressure. And, that was just kept warming it up a little bit. So I said, I'll just do it all at once. Well, my right mouse button is really acting up. I got this set for 95. It is currently 88 in here, so 88 kPa. So I guess I can turn that on. Pressure should be, boy, it really is acting up. It should be slowly going up. Slowly. 88.6. Well, anyway, it should be going up. I also got rid of my, well, let's show you. I do have my suit on. Close the lock. I have to be careful with my mouse because it seems to be double clicking. I have to get a new one, I guess. But I got rid of the vending machine that was here, and I'm just dropping those right into my room now. It's just much handier. I got a stacker in there, so when I get a little bit of a stack, I put them in stacks of 500. Works pretty good. The sun has, with the season, come back. It doesn't go as far behind the mountain anymore, thank goodness. Pretty extreme changes on Vulcan with the seasons, with the angle of the sun. I mean, at the worst, it would come up like here and go behind the mountain all the way to there. But now it's coming back, so that's a good thing. This is my cooling system that I set up, and it's working. Oh, boy, I hate that. I gotta start using ladders. Somebody suggested that. You think you can jump off one shelf, but you really can't. Um, I could explain this real quick, I guess. It's the same temperature as my ACs. So when it's right now, this one's running because I drain everything out of that because I don't want that warming up whatever's in there. So when the AC shuts off at temperature, this one keeps running to pull everything out of the radiator. So there's nothing in there, and I got one over here to help circulate it. These things have a pretty restrictive flow, I noticed. I have to, every time I do a video. It's just amazing. Oh, every time. I don't know if it's just me, but the storms on Vulcan seem to be more often and longer. And it's good in one respect because the windmills boost my power. It's already at full. They boost my powers big time. Let's see if it's gone up in here. Yeah, so it's slowly going up. And of course the temperature in this is 35.8, so it's going to raise the temperature a little bit, and these are probably shut off because every time there's a storm, the temperature it's not as high as the heat of the day, but it's not cool enough to do anything with. So that's kind of unfortunate. But 35.8, 35.8. It does not seem to get any better than 35.8. Let me know if I'm doing something wrong down here. I know it's hot, so this is the first planet that I've ever had where I can the best I can get is about 127 for my cooling gas, 128, 127. Is it normal to have this go up that high in pressure? Because if I turn this above 4950, these pipes start to groan, and if you highlight over them, it says pipe pressure is high. And it's limiting this, I mean, to 35.8. If I could turn it, when I turn this pressure up, it goes down. You know, the temperature goes down, but these things start moaning, and you know how it is when the pipes get a little overpressured. It doesn't say there's any stress. That's what threw me a curveball in the last time. Well, maybe these don't say stress. But they moan, and if you highlight over it, it'll say pipe pressure is high. So I can only keep this, and I tried turning this off, but it always goes too high. And it's a delicate balance. If I don't leave this on, this fails quicker. And I even had this trickling in 2 kilopascals of air, and that did start the evaporation. See, I can do it now. I'll do it at 1. Now if I turn that on and just bleed 1 kilopascal of air in here, relatively quickly, I should get some evaporation in here. But the problem is when I do that and it evaporates, it raises this pressure. So I have to in turn bleed that pressure right back in. So it's kind of it's still not right. It might be too warm. 28. There it goes. See, it'll start evaporating. But if I turn, let me open these. If I turn this off, this pressure starts to go up. There it goes. So I've got this, I got that set to the max I can safely have it at. So what happens when I do this, and I haven't tried it over a long period, so it's bleeding 1 kilopascal of air in here and bleeding air back out. And it does seem to cause evaporation, but it doesn't really seem to help the temperature. Everything I've tried over here, it seems to be stuck at 35.8. And like I said, that's acceptable. I'm not too upset about that. It's going to be warming up in here because I'm releasing the warm air, and with the storm, these aren't going to run. Not until the storm's over. But I did decide to make this my mechanics room, and here's where the ore drops, and basically I just throw them in there until I get a stack of 500. So there's not 500 iron, so I'll put the copper in there. That'll kick out the iron. I'll grab this copper, and then I'll just turn it off until I get more. Basically, I'm making pretty good ore. That's 2,000, so it's doing pretty good. Gold, I just throw right into the machines because I use that just about as fast as I make it. Just curious if this temperature has dropped at all. No. It says I have latent cooling, but the temperature doesn't seem to go any lower than 35.8. I'll leave it like that for a while with bleeding 1 in and taking 1 out. It may be just nuking the efficiency, I don't know. But 35.8, Considering the warmest, or the coolest it gets is 128°C, this is actually pretty darn good. Anyway, alright, so plans for today. I think I'll pause it while I do the rearranging here, but I gotta figure out something to do. This is just kind of, I guess when I was rearranging, I disconnected the pipe. Well, that was dumb. Well, I guess I'll leave it like that now. I like my suit thing there. I guess I could move that. Maybe we're here? I don't know. I have to think about it, but I've got to rearrange this area and then set up. And of course you start with no seeds here, so I have to do some trading to get seeds. I kind of like the trading. Is the storm done? Yeah. So maybe the ACs are running, or is it daytime now? Must be daytime. Yeah, 400. Looks like it's cooling down though. I also had somebody tell me about the beta branch, and he wants me to mention it in the video, so I will. I looked at Vulcan and all the other planets, and there's some big changes coming out. If they go with it in beta testing, they're starting most planets, with the exception of a couple, with 2 landers and a lot more starter construction gear. They're also, there they come. They're also going to come out with changes to game settings, where if you don't like that, you want it tougher, you can modify the game settings to start with more traditional ones. I'm not sure if I like that. I mean, I'm so at this game, and if I can start on Vulcan with 1 lander and survive, why would I need 2 landers? I think they're, I'm not sure if I'm using this term right because I'm not a younger guy, but I think they nerfed it. Is that the correct terminology? I don't know. I'll have to play with it a little bit, but I don't know. It just seems 2 landers. I mean, and they give you a whole bunch of other stuff. I mean, they give you 2 stacks of iron frames, 2 stacks of iron, a bunch of more cables, I mean, they start you out with a bunch of different stuff, and I don't know. I'm not convinced that's a good thing. I mean, I used to feel bad starting this in easy mode because I could drink through my helmet. My God, easy mode with 2 landers? I mean, sheesh. That beats my easy mode just so I can drink through my helmet with no problem. But let me pause this, and I'm going to finish up in here and possibly do some trading, and then I'll come back and I'll get at least potatoes started in here. I have to be careful with the temperature. It is coming down now that the AC is running. One other thing I noticed a lot of people put AC vents all over the place. I don't see the need for that. Because if I go here, right next to the ACs, it'll be a couple degrees cooler, 34.5, 34.4. I go over here in the corner, 34.6, 34.5, so it's cooling off. 35. So it's like a 1 degree difference. I mean, from what I see, 35.1. The air circulates pretty quickly, the temperatures. I'm sure there's an advantage to doing that. But, you know, then you have pipes running everywhere, and I have enough pipes running everywhere. Did I get anything? Nope, 35.8. Seems to be the best I can do, so I'm just going to go back here and turn that off. So there you go. On Vulcan, a tank of air, or tank of gas. Looks like with one heat exchange system with the temperature 127 in the tank, looks like you can get it down to 35.8, and that's the limit. Now there are ways of doing where I could, you know, use expansion and contraction of gas out front, but I like to use the traditional method, so to speak. Actual machinery is designed to do it. You know, I also got some hints about how I could add pollutants in here faster by catching liquid pollutant out of the furnaces. Yeah, I could do that. It's all game preference. I mean, I feel bad enough starting games in easy mode so I can drink through my helmet, because I think it's just stupid that you can't. But now when you start using little, I don't want to call them cheats, but little advantages that aren't really meant to be used, I guess. You know, if you want to do that, go for it. I like to do things from scratch. Use pollutants, gas this up, get it to work, wait the hour or more for the temperature to come down, and see if you can tweak it and make it better. And I am up to pressure, and I'm at 32, so the 2 ACs are going to do fine. I have these turning off at 30. Are they still running? No. Yeah, they are. Yeah, it is still cool out there. It's a long night. But I have them, they're going to turn off at 30 Celsius because that's warm enough in here. I don't need to waste that much energy. Speaking of which, I better check my coal. We're still okay. Okay, so let me pause it, like I said twice now, and get this set up in here, and I'll be back. So I just learned something. If you have a pipe cowl embedded inside or just touching an iron frame, it won't drain. I put my suit in here, and all of a sudden pipes started groaning, and I'm like, what? I'm looking all over. This pipe in the back here had 48 megapascals built up in it from damage by overpressure event. From every time I put my suit in here. I even put this here and put the cowl there. It was still touching the wall and it wouldn't drain. So you can't have pipe cowls even touching an iron frame or they won't work. that seems a little lame, so I'm changing this. Now that I got all that scary pressure out of there, I'm getting rid of that. Because I don't want all these pipes all over the place. So I'm just going to come over here and maybe go one more. I don't think I need to. I'm just going to put a passive vent on it. Problem solved. I mean, it's kind of silly that you can't have a cow touching an iron frame. Who wants it sticking out in the middle of nowhere? So that's solved. But that was kind of scary because I put my suit in there, and all of a sudden pipes were groaning, and I'm like, I haven't changed anything. I haven't changed anything over here. Why are you groaning at me? And here that pipe was overpressurized because the cow wasn't leaking. And of course then when I got the cow hooked up, I got an incredibly strong blast of hot air, which has hot my pressure up to 96 kPa, which is okay. I have to put a return in here. But that was kind of interesting. You always learn new stuff in this game, and that was something I wasn't expecting. Oh, 35.7. Did the temperature go down out here? No. Woohoo! Gained a tenth. And of course, the temperature shot up in here because that air that was in there was pretty warm. But I thought that was interesting. So if you're going to use this, don't put your cow touching an iron frame. I'm just using a passive vent from now on and not have to risk it. So I'm in the process of rearranging in here still, so I shall return. Okay, so I got my temporary greenhouse in here. I rearranged it a little bit, cleaned up a little bit. A couple wires I can still clean up. I'm trying to get some food. I got my grow lights set up on the timer. I think I may have to adjust this based on Vulcan, but my problem is I'm trying to trade, and of course when you're looking for seeds you can't find any. I did sell some coal, so that was okay. And I'm out here. I might have to expand to 5.5. Cosmetic vending. And again, I do have the extra traders app. That's what you get. You get 3 extra traders. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, you get 7 in here. So otherwise, you only get like 3 or 4 traders. So a little slow. This just makes this a little bit easier. And it's not easy because, as you see, I don't have anybody that make food, who give me food. So that's where I'm at right now. I did add an extra battery, and this is drained because I don't know how they decide which battery to take the voltage out of. And I could clear these out also and put a large station battery there. I probably will do that eventually. But right now I'm just waiting for some food. I don't think I'm going to get anything different if I turn that on. Nope, just less. So that's where I'm at. Just waiting. So I'll pause it again, and everybody don't holler at me for pausing. But I'm going to do one other thing over here. I'm tired of searching through all these ores to get my coal, so I'm going to take my coal sorter, which I think is this one. Is it no, maybe the second one, first or second one. Silver sorter, yeah. And I'm going to pump that into another silo so I don't have to, because I can sell coal for a pretty good price. And that's how basically my main source of income is selling coal. So I'll put a silo over here and dump the coal automatically into that silo. Then I won't have to search through the other silo you have to open it and dump it to get to the... Oh, Meteor Munchies. Now that could be interesting. Let's see what Meteor Munchies is. Munchies might just be like junk food. Hopefully they have a seed or two. I just want to get potatoes and tomato seeds to start with. Potatoes are the best starter food. They're the easiest to make. They don't have any food, do they? Yeah, they got food but no seeds. Nope. Well, I'm going to keep trying. Eventually I'll find somebody that sells seeds, but well, let me pause it until I find somebody. Okay, so nebular nurturers. That's what I needed. So there's potatoes. I'll buy that. And you know what, I should buy more of them. I'm going to need them eventually, but oh, what the heck, I might as well. Ferns are a good thing to... Maybe I'll just plant some of these anyway. Generate some oxygen, that's a good idea. That's probably why they're so darn expensive. Corn seeds, 300, no. Pumpkin, no. Oh, did I buy the tomatoes? I'll get the tomatoes. And that's, I think that'll hold me for now. So let's shut all this down after he leaves. Save some power here. Alright, let's get these seeds out of here. I want that too. I actually found one of these from one of the salesmen for like 20. I was like, you know what? Give me a couple. I'll keep that one in there. Nobody buys silver. I find that disappointing. I haven't found anybody that buys silver yet. There's my potatoes. Or nickel for that matter. They don't buy any of that stuff. Lead, they don't buy any of it. So I'm going to stop putting it in here, I guess. Take the ferns. I might add a whole nother row of those just so I can start generating some oxygen in there. And the tomatoes. That should be it. Alright. Let's get out of this hot. I've been out here a long time. Yeah, I'm using a lot less now. Yeah, look at that. I should have realized it wasn't draining the air out because you could see it when it does it. Alright. So, I only want maybe 2 potatoes to start with. And I'll put the rest of those right there. I'll have to make a seed shelf. And just to be safe, we'll put 2, just in case I have something screwy. And we'll plant 1 fern. And I might just throw a couple. Matter of fact, let's do that now. Can I go over this way? Sure. I'll put a couple more hydroponics down. I might need to shift some ores around. I do, I just need iron, which is right there. There's my stack of... Ooh, time to go through that again. Note to self, in future worlds, don't build the centrifuges so close to your base. It's quite loud. I don't know how much you can hear, but it's pretty loud. Generating oxygen is a good thing on this planet. So I wonder what we're at here. It's only 35 moles. I could actually probably start pulling some of that out of here, but I'm putting it back in the tank. That probably, 35.2. So it does slowly go down further. At this point it just takes forever. And I still am getting some condensation, so it did cool the tank down. So it's just a slow process when you get to close to the temperature. It just starts to crawl down. But anything that's further from in the 35s I can get to is good. These have actually shut off. It's 32 in here now, but so they'll probably come back on. But these had it down to 30. They were turning on and off, so those are good. I don't know how this. I am getting light over here, right? Oh no. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, if I pull it out now, dang it, I'll have to move that one. But until then, I'll make another grow light. Why not waste electricity? I got a ton of it, right? It's about time to put up some more solar panels, I think, especially now that the sun is really beating down. I'm going to have a problem next, I guess it would be winter. Winter on Venus. There's an oxymoron. Alright, so let's just put this here for now. And do I have enough cables? Probably. Maybe not. Yeah, I believe I do. Just need the flippers. I have to watch these grow lights because, like I said, I may have to change my program. It's based on the... Uh-oh. I gotta add. I think it's still in there, isn't it? Yep. So we gotta make this... I'll have to batch this in a bit here. But for now... Like 2. D2. And copy, paste, paste, 2, and 2, confirm, export, boom. Oh, gotta do this annoying step. So, and it's probably better to do this too. Like this. Come on. Grow light 1. Grow light 2. That way I don't mess it up if I disconnect them in the future. Oh. I hate it when I do that. Daylight sensor, grow light 1. Do I have to go backwards? Nope. Where's grow light 1? I should isolate this area. Grow light 1. Grow light 2. Oh, I should turn that off. Boy, that's dangerous. I should know better than that. There we go. light one. On. Oh. What the heck? It's less than 1 Oh, and I'm using line numbers here too. This is an old program that I pulled out of my library. Like I said in the last one, I never update these, and I really should turn off. It should be 1. The easiest way to do this is actually 1, 1. Turn off 0, 0. Okay, so now if it's less than 105, that explains that doesn't work that way. Now it will. Confirm. Export. Okay, so now they're shut off. This one's been in darkness forever, but that's the way it goes. Okay, I think that'll be it for today. Rearranged. The ores are just piling up here. I got gold. Anytime I get gold, it goes right into the electroprint. Electroprint? Yeah, electroprint. This is up and running. All pretty smooth. 35.1. It's actually creeping down still. And why is there... Wait a minute. Why is there liquid pollutants in here? I'm looking at the wrong thing. Condensation chamber is not supposed to have liquid pollutants in it. I guess the temperature probably maxed out. And I'm getting some back feed here. It's got to be it's just maxed. It's a very tiny amount. It should be going in here though. I do have power in here, don't I? Did I disconnect the power? No. Let's double check it here. Looks like it's on. Something's not right because that's not running. What's going on? Oh, for heaven's sake. How did that happen? I haven't touched that in ages. Oh, for crying out loud. It must have just happened because I just had this on. What in the world? Okay. I don't know what happened there. I guess I had to bump it somewhere, but it's back to working. Weird. Okay. So, like I said, I don't know what happened there. But this is working. Is it going back up now? 35.2, so it did go up a little bit. But everything's back to normal now. Can't figure out. I guess when I switched batteries, I might have bumped something that I wasn't supposed to bump. Alright, anyway, strange things happen. I got a haunted base. Somebody's flicking my switches. Oh, I put a drink in. By the way, did you know you can hold Alt down and just left click and you don't have to sit and wait? Look at my drink percentage. This is all. What is going on here? This place is haunted. I just drank out of this. What the heck? Oh, that's why you did, when I didn't turn this off. As I was cycling through, it was randomly turning things off. That's what it was. It turned this off. Oh my God, what else did it turn off? Always, when you're cycling, turn the power off, and I just forgot. So hopefully I didn't turn off anything important. Most of the stuff that's important is made to turn back on. But anyway, where I was here, left alt, hit the left mouse, and poof, 125%. Otherwise, you have to sit here and hold it and wait. So that's a nice little hint. And there we go. And you are in light. Perfect. Driving. Okay. We'll have to see, make sure I don't get too much light or darkness with these settings that I have in here. Those are my generic settings. But, alright, this is Navy Old Soft Gamer. The ACs are running because I turned that off, which shut the ACs off. But now they're running. Go ahead and subscribe and like if you like these. I'm having fun doing this. I like the comments. Again, I'm not sure if I like the new setup in beta. I don't know. Seems to make it too easy. Let me know if you think they're nerfing it. Let me know if I'm too old to say nerf. I am retired, so I am kind of old. I love playing games, though. So that's why I get to do this so much. So a lot of you guys have to work. I'm retired. I don't have to work. And my wife, every time I say I'm going to do recording, she's like, okay. She turns the TV down. But anyway, getting sidetracked. The next video. So I got deep miners. I think this is obviously going to be temporary, and I think that's what I'm going to put over here. My full-fledged greenhouse. I'll bust this wall out and build over there. Now this says 273, but I added a bunch of pipes, so 273 plus 349 in the pipe network. So, you know, I'm still real good on water. I bought a couple tanks. I think I'm okay though with water for a while. I'm eventually going to have to figure out how to gain more water. And what I can do with my big greenhouse is use the combustor. I think it's the combustor. Is it the combustor? Nope, that makes oxygen. You see, I can't really use the combustor because I don't have a ton of oxygen. I'm making oxygen out of my water. But what am I thinking of here? There was something that... Anyway, I'll think about it. But there was something that you can make water with, but you have to have waste food. And I didn't, or biologics. I didn't have any at the time. How much growing nice? Thriving. Oh, it's back to thriving. Okay, that's all for today. Navy Old Salt Gamer. Please subscribe and like. I love the comments. Keep them coming. And we'll see you tomorrow.